What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Level Up, the show where I give you the tips and tricks and techniques to take your training to the next level. This week, we're going to be looking at an exercise that I see often misused and used for no reason at all, and that is the cow cat. So we're going to take a look at that, show you how to improve it, and how I like to set it up, and the reasons why you should be using it. As always, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. Never miss one of our uploaded videos, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at KIPS Online. So let's take a look. First thing I want to talk about when it comes to the cow cat is why do we do it? Oftentimes you'll see coaches assign it just for the heck of it, just to go down and move around. And sure, there's nothing wrong with getting a little movement going, but if we're the professionals, we need to have a reason. So the reason I like to use a cow cat is to establish my trunk control, improve thoracic and lumbar mobility, and really find out where my client has any issues and maybe help them address those. So the first thing I want to do when I get down into my cow cat is be on all fours. I'm going to make sure that my hip and knee are right in line with one another. My elbow, wrist, and shoulder are all in line. And I'm actually going to spread out just a little bit, almost like a bulldog stance. I want to make sure my scapula are protracted and wide. And then what I want to do is kind of maintain a neutral position. So I'll find that by getting myself in a similar setup as if I were standing up nice and tall. Now, once I'm here, I'm going to activate my abdominals by trying to think about corseting in those abdominal muscles. Exhale and really bring them in. Okay, from there, now we can kind of manipulate what the spine is doing. We shouldn't be doing this willy-nilly. We want to do it with a purpose, and we can only achieve results if we're starting off from a good baseline. So once we get our client into that nice neutral position, what I'll usually have them do is do the whole back at once. Okay, so we'll see how far into flexion and how far into extension they can go. It's important that we observe where they have issues here. If we just let them go kind of haphazardly, there's no way to make improvements because we don't know where they're faltering. Once I find a position that the client isn't good at, I'll try to have them isolate that. So the way you'll do it, let's say the problem is in the lower back. So I want them to imagine that everything above their belly button is set in stone, right? Now all they can do is tilt that pelvis up and under. And the more they do it, it's not going to be one set or one session or 1 week or even 1 month, but the more they do it, they gain that connection to their spinal curvature that a lot of us lack. Now, even if they don't have issues in control of the spinal curvature, I think it's always good to reinforce those things and let them feel just what their spine can do, right? There's so many joints that our back is made up of that we tend to forget about it, right? We think we got to have stiffness in our spine. We got to be stable. We got to be still in the spine throughout all our movements. When in fact, there's a lot of times that a mobile spine is better, right? When it comes to running or throwing, or most athletic movements are benefited by having a spine that can move in conjunction with itself and can stabilize and bend when necessary. So this movement is an excellent way to, one, find any faults you have in your spinal stability, in your spinal mobility, and two, address and improve those. Once your client has practiced and mastered moving each segment intentionally and separately, then we can bring it all together, and now you'll see what looks more like a traditional cow cat, moving the entire spine at once. That's it for this week's episode of The Level Up. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you take this into your training to help bring your clients up to the next level. If you have any questions or suggestions, throw them in the comments below. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to never miss one of our uploads. Please follow us on Facebook and Instagram at KIPS Online. For The Level Up, I'm Coach Ron, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.